There he is. There he
What's going on,
is.
man? What's going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Spring break. We survived it.
I survived. We survived it.
We survived it, man.
We
We
survived
survived
it.
it. Yeah, man. What's going on?
Nothing much, man. I had that. We did our traditional Miami trip, spring break road trip.
Right?
It was good. Like we said, I'm here. I survived. The drive was better than last time, whatever. So I guess
Okay.
I could say like it was an improvement.
Right. Yeah. So
Yep.
our drive was a little bit shorter. We went to the Outer Banks.
Okay.
Um, you know, but like, how many hours was your drive?
So instead of going straight doing 15-hour drive, I drove from here to Jacksonville, which is 8 hours, and then I I pretty much said, now you know what? Now that I have the somewhat funds, I bought a hotel in Jacksonville. I slept in
Right.
Jacksonville. The next day we left and then went to Fort Lauderdale. So
Nice.
I got to rest. Mark went to the pool, ate, chill. You know what I mean? I was kind of like, I'm not
Yeah.
in no rush. I said, what am I in the rush
Yeah.
for? I said, so
Yeah.
I sat there, and when I slept, I was booking it the next day. Like you get so
For
much
real?
energy once you take like a hot shower. You kind of like, you know what? I'm
Yeah.
good to go, whatever, man. Get a little
Yeah.
bit of caffeine. I went off my diet a little bit because I was drinking some
Uh-oh.
Rockstar energy drink. So I was in that.
Ah,
So
got
once
you.
I drunk that for breakfast, I was kind of like, my wife said, my wife's kind of like, how long gonna take us to get there? I said, I get us there in 3 hours, 25 minutes. Don't worry about
No, look at
it.
that. Look at that. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's what's up, man. Yeah, you need to
Yeah,
stop sometimes and refresh, you know what I mean? And renew and charge back
yeah,
up. So yeah,
yep, yep,
yeah,
yep, yep.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I finally learned. I finally learned and taught myself, like, hey, man, it's a family road experience. Whatever. Take your time.
Right,
Stop by stops. We stop.
right,
Different places. I'm kind of like, you know what? I'm good. And when I did that, I had a lot more energy. Kind of, I'm like, all right. I mean, I wasn't speeding. I had the truck on cruise control, laid back.
right.
Kind of like,
It's like,
hey, like
yeah,
when I get there, I get there. I'm kind of like, hey,
yeah,
yep,
yeah. That's good, man. That's good. Yeah, I find myself having to make myself slow down and take in stuff too. And
yep.
yeah, our trip to Outer Banks again, the drive wasn't nowhere near as long as yours, but I found myself over the trip, and once we got there, just kind of like slowing down and taking it in,
Yeah,
and
yep.
not being so consumed with what's the next thing and what are we doing. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Oh
Sounds like
yeah.
y'all enjoyed it too.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and we definitely, while driving down there, me and my wife actually had some conversations. I'm kind of like, man, these are some excellent, good topics for the podcast. But I'm sitting there driving, I'm kind of
Yeah,
like, all right, okay, I never thought about that,
yeah,
whatever. And then she kind of, put me under the spotlight, saying, certain things. I think I texted you about. She was saying like, this and that. I'm like, you know what? You are
yeah.
absolutely right. I said, you're
Right,
absolutely
right.
right, whatever. I'm kind of like, I'm gonna bring it up on the next one. I'm gonna bring it up.
For sure,
Oh yeah,
definitely.
and it's
That's what the podcast is for.
oh yeah. So I told her definitely, we'll break it up,
Right,
and I'll talk 5% on it, whatever. But it's kind of like
right,
saying, my wife was kind of like talking, and she was like, how come? I pretty much consider, I don't consider myself, well, I consider myself almost a homebody.
right,
But she was just saying, like, you know what, you and Will do podcast show this. He said, but when y'all ever actually like go out? And I was kind of like,
right,
oh,
right.
And
Yeah,
she was, and then, she was saying like, I want you to get out. Like, why y'all just don't go out to like across the street or whatever, or
right.
do this, or or even like have the kids this and that. I said, you know what? You absolutely right. I'm driving. I'm like,
Yeah,
what day? You're absolutely right. Whatever. So y'all only get together during podcast shows. She was saying
right.
like, she said that's, I know y'all good friends. I said, well, he's my best. Like we're best friends. She was saying like, well, yeah,
Yeah,
y'all need to start doing this and doing that. I said, you know what? That's a good topic. I'm saying, you know what? I'm gonna bring that up. I'm gonna bring that
yeah,
up.
yeah. So basically, what it sounds like is it sounds like your wife was telling you that me and you need to have a play date. It sounds like we kids,
Right?
and she
Yeah.
want to drop us off at the playground
Right.
and make us, and then come. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. Like get out my face, like go somewhere. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
every weekend is the same thing. Like
yeah.
you take Marco to soccer
Right,
at homebody, soccer
right.
practice,
Yeah,
homebody,
yeah.
go to work, homebody, work out, and I'm like, and I'm driving. I was kind of like, this woman's absolutely correct. I didn't go, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
sit here and be
yeah.
like, you're wrong. And she was just saying
Right,
like,
right, right,
she
right,
said,
right,
I want you to have. I want you to have the experience. Like you and Will do the pot. Y'all can even come up with titles when you're at the restaurant. You're talking,
right.
doing this and that. And I was kind of like, you know what? You're right. You know what? Because for her, we kind of like. I think she said that she met up with Lacey somewhere. I think she went to her job, whatever. You were saying like
Yeah.
we all need to get together, blah blah blah. And I said,
Yep.
really? She was like, yeah. And I was kind of like, well, yeah. I mean, me and Will, we talk about doing like cookouts here and there, whatever. It's like, yeah, but like going out of Virginia, going
Right,
like you said, Carolina, or going here. Like
right.
I'm like, you're right. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right. I can't sit here and drive 15 hours and not lie. I said, yeah, you're right.
She's right. She's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
She's right.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
man, sometimes you gotta have those long drives, man. You have those long drives, and you have your ears open, man.
Right.
Um, you get a lot of good wisdoms, man. I always say my wife put a lot of wisdom in my ear. This trip right here.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. And like you said, she is right. And we do need to organize more stuff and get together. And even if it's not organized, just you know what I mean, just
Yeah,
on a whim, just go.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like we just had the
yeah.
Final Four and different stuff like that. We ain't even
Yeah.
chop
Hey,
it up
well,
or whatever. Watch no
it's it's
games.
it's NBA playoffs, man. We got
Hey,
time, man. We got NBA
yeah,
times, whatever, man. We can absolutely outside of our podcast workout, show whatever, we can be like, hey, let's go sit somewhere and talk about it, but at the same
right.
time, be watching the game like, yeah, it's just stuff like
Yeah,
that, and I'm kind of
yeah.
like we always communicate over, text, we call each other, what I say, but it's good to actually be outside the environment, whatever, and get that
Right.
vibe, because you know what I mean. And I'm
Yeah,
like, you know what, you're right. She was saying, like, I bet y'all come up with better topics if y'all
yeah.
outside y'all comfort zone. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, you're right.
Yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. It's nothing like brainstorming over some chicken wings. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Like I
Come
do my
back,
best thinking while
yeah,
I'm eating chicken wings.
So
Yeah, so hey,
and it's and I'm down for that, man. And it's something that I never even thought about. I'm always this vacation. Before that was always my working mind, right? I was working, driving, like doing this and that, whatever,
yeah,
and to actually like have my mind shut down and kind of like reboot itself.
right.
And then my wife talking to me, and I'm kind of, it makes more sense rather than you always thinking about this and that and that. You're just thinking about vacation and having personal conversations. And I'm kind of like,
Right.
I said, Donna, you're absolutely right. She was saying like, I thought I told you a while back to go somewhere, but you just wasn't listening. I said I wasn't. I said I wasn't. I wasn't. I was in my
Yeah.
job mindset, whatever.
Yep.
So many
Yep.
topics we could talk about the next upcoming one, man. Even
Yeah.
the it was funny. We had different music vibes in the truck, whatever. It was going on. Like it was a good. Marco had his video, his phone vlogging, you having a good
Did
time,
it? Yeah, I
whatever.
saw some.
You know,
Yeah, I saw
and
some of
I
that.
think I said something to you, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
like he was vibing in the back seat. So I'm like, yo,
Right.
man, this is a good time right there.
That's funny. That's
Yeah,
funny. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's definitely cool. It's definitely cool, man.
yeah,
Yeah, we had some of the similar experiences. We got to go out on the beach. It was a little too cold to get in the water, but we just got to hang out on the beach. I flew some drones on the beach, and just had that time, man. Where we just chilling out and not worried about where I need to be.
yeah,
'Cause
yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
So,
Like,
what was the weather? What was the weather temperature out there?
oh man, it was beautiful down there. I think we had some days upper 70s.
Okay,
Upper 70s. Yeah, you get up in the morning, it would be like mid 60s,
okay,
and then
okay. I
and then
got
by
you.
the heat of the day, the hottest point of the day be like mid to upper 70s. So
All right,
yeah,
cool.
it
Yeah,
was nice. It was
decent weather.
nice.
Yeah, decent
Yeah,
weather.
no, it was real nice. It was real nice. I went out. I'm trying to see if I still got it. Yeah, I still got a line like across my calf muscle
Weather,
where
yeah,
I didn't wear shorts like a dummy. I wore
yeah.
pants, but then I pulled them up LL Cool J style, right?
Oh no,
And I got a
man.
line. I got a line where the sun hit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I got a tan line right there. But
Oh
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. It was cool. It was needed. You know what I mean? And I know we were kind of caught up in. Well, I wish we could go longer and stay longer. We found a nice spot down there too. And
Cool.
but the time we had was amazing. So
Yeah.
Time we had was amazing. Like we pretty much explored and did some shopping like we always do, and found some new spots to have, lunch and dinner and different stuff. So yeah, it
Nice.
was cool. It was real cool, man.
Nice, nice,
Real
nice,
cool.
bro. I'm
Yep.
glad you survived it. I
Yeah.
survived it. Now I have a month and 2 days, and then he'd be out of school. It's funny. I looked at the calendar. I was like, man, you got 1 more month and 2 days, and you're out of school. I'm like, what
Right.
the world is going on? Like this, like we just had spring break.
Yeah. Yeah.
It goes like that, man. And then I got to survive summertime. I'm like, man, I
That's what I
was
was going to
like,
say. But
that's,
that it's awesome though, because I think I don't know about you, but with your conversation with your wife and then my wife, we were just talking about the same thing literally today,
mhm.
yesterday. Like we just want to find things to do this summer. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
we want
yeah.
to stay doing some stuff, and it doesn't have to be nothing extravagant, but like just getting out and exploring different things and doing different things. So yeah, we definitely
I
planning to make it more. It's
I
gonna
got
fly
you.
by because we stay busy, but it's
Yeah,
cool. Yeah,
I think this summer we should definitely make it a habit having the family near the pool certain days in the month,
yeah,
and then we can do our show, and after that we can get off the camera, chill out, cook on the grill, chill out, whatever. Let the boys, let your daughter be in the pool. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And then we can talk about, hey, what we want to do the next couple of weeks. We got summertime. Like, should we drive to DC? Stuff like that. Like, hey, let's. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like,
yeah,
we that's it's going to be my personal goal. Like, you know what? Besides doing a podcast, after we get done, whatever. Like, hey, after you get done with the podcast show, we're gonna throw. It don't gotta be something big all the time. Hey, I'm gonna throw
no,
some burgers, hot dogs. Let the kids eat whatever. Me, you sit back, chill. Let the
right,
kids play in the pool, whatever. Do
right,
the thing, whatever. If the wives are there, the wives can connect. This
yeah,
and that, whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't want it to be like we do podcast show. All right, man, we seen that.
That's
Hey,
it.
bye.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And
Now I'm
that's
with you.
what that's kind of like she was getting me. I was kind of like, man, when you think about, it, I'm like, yeah, I don't want that either, man. I'm like, yeah,
Right,
yeah, I don't want that.
right. Nah, nah, nah. We definitely can find more stuff to do, hang
Yeah,
out, and just chill and again just build. So that's a big part of what we can do.
yeah,
Um, in between podcast episodes and before and
absolutely.
after podcast episodes for sure.
Yep,
For sure.
yep.
Yeah, we down with that. We down with
Yeah,
that.
man. So
Yeah.
we got plenty of topics, man. I ain't gonna get everything away for everybody,
Nah.
but I was it was something that needed to be addressed. And, I just want to let you know in front of the people, when you put it out there, that we us. I don't call us friends, I call us brothers. We need to do
Brothers,
more.
yes.
We need to do more.
Yeah.
To be out
Yeah.
there. Like you're my big brother. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna start do some more things, whatever. Like, hey, Marco, like meet me at whatever. Hey, look, let's just
Yeah.
chop it up, whatever. Get some topics. But all right, cool, man. I'm on the way. I'm on the way.
Yep.
My goal is now not to be a homebody, whatever. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be all around everything. Try to be.
Right. Right. I
Yeah.
think I think we should make a goal to see if to make a plan to try to be part of some of the different like podcast conventions and stuff they
Okay.
have. So like
Oh man.
we can sit down and research like when
Yeah.
some of them are and where they
Yeah.
are and just go, just learn more, meet people. You know
I'm
what I
down,
mean?
man. I'm
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
That
yeah.
that that'd be something, man. Even if it's like a podcast in DC, it's a nice day trip for me and you. Like, hey, man, head up to DC real quick, whatever, man. See what's going on, man.
Exactly. And then of course we could document it and
Yep,
it could be part of the podcast as
yep,
well.
yep,
So
yep, yep.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely, I'm down. I'm
I'm
down.
down too. I'm down too. And I
Yep.
already told my daughter that like I wanted her because she does her art thing or whatever. I
Yeah.
want I want her to start picking some places that she wants to go and maybe some sites that she wants to paint or
Okay.
some things where she wants to draw and sketch and stuff like that. And then I want to go and I want to fly the drone and get some footage
Yeah.
of it. And that's something we can do as a family as well. Just kind of go out there and find some beautiful stuff to look at.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
You
Hey,
know what I
look,
mean?
Mark was right. He said he wants to say he's dying to say something. I think he wants to. He don't want. I said
Say it.
I told him don't give all the information now. But go ahead, man.
Say
Go ahead,
it.
Mark.
Oh yeah, he said spin it, spin it. Look, 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 look. Look what you eating, man.
Tater tots.
Okay, okay. Your head look like a tater tot.
You showing the parts on the head. You got the parts on the so your head
Let
to
me
the
see.
side.
Let me see. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I see you taking it back.
Okay, on our podcasts,
Uh-huh.
we should probably we could do like a sports wrap to see like any sports fans up there, so they could like get their sports, so they could see who won, who's playing that day, like all the sports like MLB,
Right.
like NBA and NFL. We should
Okay.
see, so like for the people, so like if they're sports fans, we could get them some sports on the podcast.
Basically, talk about what our view on the sports, on how to
Right.
get the games and stuff. Oh yeah, we can do that.
So I you think you slick, but I see what you're doing. You're trying to give yourself another job, and I like that. That's your job. That's gonna be your job to come with the sports news and the sports takes and help us figure out something to talk about each podcast about sports. All right.
Yep.
That's you. That's
All
you.
right.
Okay. You got it.
All right.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Lil Marco, the sports analyst. Yeah, we need the
Yeah.
sports correspondent. I love it. I
Gotcha.
love it. I
Gotcha.
love it.
So what y'all end up doing for Easter yesterday, man? Y'all do anything dinner, anything special?
Yeah, yeah. We went over to Lacey's parents' house, to my in-laws' house, and we just kicked it over there. Yeah, yeah. We
Cool,
end up
cool.
yeah. So me and Lacey both serving at the church and whatever. So I was pretty
Sure.
much there from like Friday night, most of Sunday, and
Yeah.
it was awesome. And then after that, just went and had a relaxing day with the family, man. How about y'all?
Nice. Oh yeah, man. We chilled, made some good dinner, threw some steaks on the grill, did some baked turkey wings, some green bean salad. I had my little cheat day, made some dressing,
Right,
and and Marco first time having dressed. I said, Marco, just try it. You gonna like it? I'm not gonna
right.
like it, Dad. I said, Marco, try it.
Come
He
on,
put it in
bro.
his mouth. It was like a big glow in his head. It's kind of, oh
Yeah,
God,
yeah, 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 yeah.
like,
Look at her.
like my
Look at
life,
her.
my life been changed.
Yeah. Oh,
I
tater
said,
tot head. Look around.
I
Look
was
at.
like, man, he definitely got some stories on the next podcast with his Uncle Marty and stuff, man. He got some funny stuff.
Yeah, I
So, yeah,
need it. I
he
need
need
it.
he got you some laughs and some giggles with that.
Good.
Don't you got to save it for the people, man. Save it
Look,
for the
look, save
people.
it for the people. Save it for the people,
Save
man.
it for
For
the people,
sure.
man.
For
But yeah,
sure,
man.
man. That's what's up.
I'm looking forward for the next podcast. I know the
Right.
people are whatever, man. Let's keep it going. Let's have some new goals, resolutions, whatever, and summertime is pretty much here, man. Let's go ahead and get it done.
Let's get it done. I love it. I love
Yep.
it. I'm ready. I'm ready. Hey, little Marco, you ready to hit him with the outro?
Born ready.
All right, hit it.
Where my dad's at. Coming at you season 4. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment any topics for the next podcast. Where my dad's at. Leave out
You right
here,
here,
y'all.
yo. That's what's up. That's what's
All
up.
right.
Yes, sir. We'll link up. I'll holler at you.
All right, man. Holler at you, man.
All right,
All
later.
right.
Yeah, you heard it. We survived spring break. Where my dad's at. We right here. We had good spring break time with the kids, with the family. And yeah, we're continuing the podcast. We're continuing to bring you funny, insightful, all that. If you have any ideas and any suggestions, you heard Little Marco. Let us know. Like, comment, subscribe. Where my dad's at. We right here.